It is not hyperbole. You will never hear an arena as loud during pre-fight introductions as when Bruce Buffer welcomes Jose Aldo Jr. in Rio. Brett, you covered a lot of sport in a lot of places. What is his significance to this city?
Oh, they love him. They love him, and he loves them back. I mean, usually I say that I don't like it if a fighter is crying on the way to the octagon. I feel like that is not the right space to be. But when Jose Aldo does it, man, it is okay. It makes sense. And if I could list out my 20 top moments of covering this sport over the last 15 years, Aldo and Rio would be quite a few of them. He drops Chad Mendes after the bell in their second fight, and he said, "I couldn't hear the bell." Usually that's a lie. I believed Aldo that night. It was just so loud in that arena that you can't hear anything, and that's just a testament to how much they love him.
And they say that an artist becomes more valuable after his death. Now, I know it's the death of a career, but in many ways, that's what we thought we had with Jose Aldo. I personally have not been this excited for him to fight. I will just share with you, I'm a little surprised with my own giddiness towards this, and it doesn't generally really matter who his opponent is. The fact that he's got a top 12 guy. I love that he's at 135. I love that he's fighting at home, but there is something about being able to see Jose, which I never thought I'd be able to see again. That's special, Brett.
Yeah, and to that,
Phil,
Brett,
we're live. We're live.
But it just doesn't feel appropriate that had UFC 278 in Salt Lake City, lovely part of the world, that doesn't feel like that should have been Jose Aldo's last time in a UFC octagon. If this is the last time in Rio, that feels like the right punctuation to his career. It's the UFC's 40th trip to his home country. It's his 40th pro appearance, and this is a guy who put together maybe the best all-time resume at featherweight. The task at hand, 30-year-old American bantamweight stud Jonathan Martinez, who's won 6 in a row. All due respect, all of those were in Vegas. 5 were at the Apex.
Yep.
Chael, it is a different ball game at Pharmacy Arena in Rio.
I never really realized that Jose Aldo, who all he had to fight. I mean, the way I remember it is, okay, he used to be winning fights real fast, and then he wasn't winning them. I kind of thought back a little bit, and this is not with the help of the internet, just in my own head. Okay, he lost to Peter Yan. Then I start going through, and you got Volkanovski, and then you got Max in there, and then you got this guy named Merab Dvalishvili. Oh, and by the way, they were all somewhat competitive, at least at points in the career. I never realized what a hard resume he had. Then if you want to back up from there, that's when you get into the Connors and the Frankie Edgars. I'm going, man, I don't think I've ever seen a schedule as difficult as Jose Aldo's. Nobody was going to win Murderer's Row.
Yeah, and it's easy to forget how good he looked in that Merab Dvalishvili fight. And I got to be honest, I personally was so disappointed when Jose Aldo retired after that Merab fight. And of course, I'm going to be disappointed to see a legend walk away. But Merab Dvalishvili is a physical grappler, and he could not take Jose Aldo down. And in this sport, sometimes what that means is that he was holding Jose Aldo against the fence a lot in that fight. And credit to Dvalishvili, he did what he needed to do to win that, and now he is on his way to getting the title shot. But I just thought, this is how we're going to send the great Jose Aldo out, just getting kind of out-wrestled against the fence. He is facing a guy at UFC 301 who is going to meet him in the middle of the octagon, who is going to try to match him leg kick for leg kick, which is not something many people have done in the career of Jose Aldo. So I think this is, if it is his final fight in the UFC, which we don't know, we'll find out maybe on Saturday, I think it's far more appropriate. The stylistic matchup, and then, of course, the atmosphere that's taking place.
Sure. 6 straight wins for Jonathan Martinez. 2 of those are finishes, both of those TKO by leg kick. So Chael, Brett went through the resume of guys that Aldo's fought. You alluded to it as well. How does Jonathan Martinez fit into that for Aldo in a fight that has consequence at bantamweight?
I'll tell you 2 things about Martinez. First off, he's physically weak, at least compared to Jose Aldo. And second off, he's getting desperate. Now, hear me out on this, but one thing that Conor McGregor showed us that he was able to do with Jose Aldo was convince Jose to leave some of his skills in the back. Convince him that maybe he doesn't want it quite as bad this night. And yes, I'm talking about getting in a fighter's head. Martinez saw that. Martinez is trying to get in Jose's head, and he's not sure that it's working, which is why he caused a physical interaction at the press conference. He knew this is the last time I'm going to see this guy. I haven't got to him yet. The pressure isn't sinking in. I'm going to try one last Hail Mary pass. Jose now knows what the strength is. He now knows what the speed is. Sometimes those face-to-face altercations can come to backfire. And I'll tell you what, Don Fry is the one that brought that up when he got in a face-to-face with Ken Shamrock. He said, the only thing I was worried about was his strength, but now I know. I think that Jose learned a little something. I think the mask comes off. As soon as you touch a guy, it's different. Martinez made a big mistake.